Welcome back, everyone, to episode 40 of the Three Dudes podcast. We made it to the 40 burger mark. I am one of your hosts, Easton Bennett, here on your left, our right. Liam Owens in the middle, the water bottle man, and the jacket. It's warm down here, and you're rocking the jacket.
Water bottle jacket, man.
Water bottle jacket, man. And Broden Wonderlick over there with the Bennett Creative Media windbreaker on. Really appreciate you supporting the company, Broden.
It's comfy.
How's everyone doing today?
Yeah.
It's a Sunday.
I'm doing all right. It's beautiful weather out. Makes me happy.
It was really hot out today, and we were spitballing. Like, I wonder how warm it is. Let's guess. And I was like, I don't know, 57, 60-ish, 43 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And I was happy. I was sweating with a sweatshirt outside. That's North Dakota for you.
You should get a basketball hoop that attaches like above your garage.
Yeah.
I think you have the perfect house for that.
Oh, yeah, right above the garage door? That would be nice.
No stand. It's just attached to your house.
Like old school.
Yeah.
Old school.
No net on the rim, please.
Yeah. Hey, actually, I was going to ask you about that light and see what I need to get to fix that light up front.
We can look at it.
For night basketball.
Yeah. Night ball, we'll call it. What's new with you guys? How was the week prior since we have been talking? Let's lead this from the top, actually. You guys, no one left a comment on the YouTube video, so no one got entered for free merch, and we only have a week left for that. So I was a little perplexed because we did throw that at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
And maybe you guys don't want free merch. Maybe you looked at it and you're like, that's not my style.
I know my mom watches it on YouTube, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that she has no idea how to leave a comment.
Yeah. That's all right, though. But yeah, leave a comment. That's what we're looking for, to get a free piece of merch.
It's free.
Again, we'll put that at the top.
Can I comment on it?
Yeah, might as well.
Well,
no one else is gonna.
So I think if nobody comments, then we're going to have to give it away to one of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess that's what comes out. We're gonna have to end the show.
Yeah, it'll be.
They're like, okay, nobody comment. But yeah, leave a comment. We'll get a free piece of merch picked out by next week. How are you guys in the last week since we've chatted? Anything new? Anything bolstering? Any fun news for the people?
I ordered a hat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of hat?
It's a straw hat.
A straw hat.
But it's in the shape of a cowboy hat. And it looks really goofy. I'm excited to put it on.
What did you,
I came across the TikTok.
You got down into the TikTok rabbit hole, huh?
Yeah. And I saw this guy weaving basket hats or whatever you call them.
Oh, so it's handmade.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if this one is, but I just found it. And then he kind of molded it into like a sheriff's hat.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh.
What's your occasion? Where are you going to wear that?
Everywhere possible. Hopefully to the fair, to lake.
Okay.
Maybe even softball if they'll let me.
You're like, just out? I'm just going to wear it out.
Yeah, work.
Yeah, you could just...
Hard hat, straw hat.
Yeah.
Can you imagine there's a protective plastic layer under a straw hat?
It can be done.
Work.
Could be done.
You could do it.
Well, that's good, bro. And I'm glad you got the hat. Maybe you can wear it when it gets here for the show.
Yeah, it's big.
It's going to be... It's big, huh?
Yeah.
I guess cowboy hat size.
No, that's going to be huge.
It's going to be massive. Hopefully it fits on your head.
Yeah. We'll find out.
I got a large head, so.
Liam, anything with you? Update the people. You were on vacation. How was vacation?
Vacation was good.
There you go.
Nice. Down in Indiana. Speaking of weather, it was like 60, 70 degrees there.
How did it feel?
Incredible.
Did it feel like 90?
Immaculate. Felt so good. I couldn't get enough. I'd just go outside and I'd just stand there.
Yeah.
So this is
You're like,
nice.
man, I wish it would rain right now.
And I could just lay on the grass.
Because when you just stand out in the rain, you learn a lot about yourself.
You do.
Yeah.
I'd like to give a little context to that. That was after a softball game, and I was hammered.
And we were already soaked because it started raining mid-game.
I was very hammered. And I was like, you know what? Let's get in the grass.
I think that's a good place for me to lay.
Just got pelted. Yeah.
It's all right, though. Yeah. You did find out a lot about yourself, though, right?
Not as much as I wish I would have.
Yeah.
Maybe I could use another rain.
Another session would be good.
Yeah.
Like it's therapy. Well, that's good. Nothing really on my end. Pretty much just enjoyed the week. Had a couple shoots last week. Nothing crazy. Let's get into this week's topic. Movies. We've been waiting to do this one for quite some time. And I figured today's the day that we're going to do it. I think we've been going a little bit maybe too niche with our episodes. Whereas movies, if we start to stay on the broader terms, that's when our juices are flowing.
Yeah. All sorts of different juices.
Oh, yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah. We're going to have to put a plastic protector on the camera.
Yep. Because there's going to be juice.
It's going to be juices everywhere. Are you guys movie people?
I love movies.
Yeah.
Movies are great. I love movies.
When did you start becoming movie people?
I'd probably have to say when I first got a television in my room. So when I was probably like 12.
Okay.
Because it was one of those, I had the first TV I got was the one that had the VCR underneath.
The big tube TVs, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
The ones with the fat dump truck of an ass on the back of it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like an 18-wheeler right behind it. And we still had a bunch of old VCRs, even though it was like 2010, but we were just behind. I mean, we had dial-up up until that point too. So
VCR is the player, right? So you had a bunch of VCRs or you had a bunch of VHS tapes?
VHS tapes and the VCR.
He's like, we had a collection of VCRs. You know how many movies we played at one time?
Awesome.
Yeah, I remember having a TV like that too. Click it in and it like pops down.
Yeah.
Minus they actually had actual tape in it.
Yeah.
Those are kind of legit.
Play with it.
Mm-hmm. You could take a pencil and like move it around. And I don't know.
Stick your finger in there
all the time.
Did you had to have had the rewinder box?
Yep. That would do it fast. Yep. We had one of those too.
Oh, really? I just stuck it in and hit rewind. It took like 10 minutes to rewind it.
It would do it in like a minute. The little box thing. It looked like it almost looked like a portable CD player.
So that's what the rich were doing, huh?
I think
good.
we might have.
It felt good.
The whole neighborhood would come over to my house to rewind their movies.
They're like, hey man, could I just rewind this quick? Aladdin, I'd like to watch it.
That would have been a thing.
$5.
Yeah.
Charge them at the door.
That's a good business model. Outdated now, but it would have been.
That would have been huge. I wish I was a mogul back then.
A mogul.
We just
Business
have to,
mogul.
we got to translate that model to today's society and figure out how we can do it.
I'll rewind a digital movie.
Yeah.
You come in, you just hit rewind or play from
show up
beginning
at the
and
door.
you leave.
Yeah. Let me get that for you.
Boop. And then you leave. That'd be $5, sir.
It's like that guy that he's a professional line stander. He makes up to like $1,000 a week. People pay him to stand in line for them.
Really?
Yeah. Then once he starts getting close to the end, he'll just like text him and be like, "Yeah, come back." And they'll just show back up.
And in what industry? Like, are we talking roller coasters or like fast food?
I think anywhere.
Any line, huh?
They got a line. He's standing.
It's like crossing the border. He's like, I'll hop in your vehicle quick.
I'll let you know when we're getting close.
Yeah. Border patrol. Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting. There's businesses out there for everybody, man.
The possibilities around this, honestly.
I won't knock anyone else's hustle.
Right.
Say that. I've always been a movie person. I got some movie posters in my kitchen area on the wall. Got one in my room. We got one right there behind us. Got a movie tattoo on my arm, which is not common. I think
You
some
work in the
people know,
film
but
industry.
I do. I work in the film industry. I don't make movies, but one day we might get there.
Yeah.
If we
And I'll
want to
be
get
your
there.
star.
Will you?
Yeah.
You'll be like Bucky Larson.
Oh, damn
I
it.
got you. Beat you to it. Born to be a star.
I was born to be a star.
But yeah, I've always loved movies. Did you learn it from like your mom, dad? Did they just play it to shut you up or what?
No, my dad and I were big, especially on the weekends. We were huge into turning on like the movie channels on TV or just going to like Video Magic and renting movies.
Oh, Video Magic was the best.
Me and my dad loved watching all sorts of movies. He's the one who got me into it, I think.
And then you'd walk into Video Magic and it's like, you get one. It's like, oh my God, the decision fatigue, man. There's so
Every
many
once in
movies
a while,
you
they'd
could
let
pick,
you get a game too. Rent a game.
That was big for me. I'd rent a game. I think my dad would get a movie and I'd rent a game. And then I think we'd watch one together and then I would just crush that game for a week.
Yeah, because you only got it for 7 days.
Yeah.
I remember I rented a movie one time when we went on a baseball trip and I left the movie on a bus.
That's
And
an expensive fee.
It was like a 9-month late fee. And we came back and I just put it in the Dropbox and I like called and I asked like what the account balance was and it was like $100 late fee. And I just never went back because if I never went back, I don't have to pay it. And now they're
Exactly.
closed. So
Video Magic? Is that where it's from?
yeah,
That'll happen.
I probably closed them down. They needed that $100 to stay afloat.
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm so
They're
sorry.
like, well, we're going to pay our rent, but Broden decided to keep a movie for 100 days.
Yeah.
Nathan, what do you got for us?
I just remembered, do you guys ever remember like having your favorite movie and like dropping it or something gets scratched and you go into Video Magic and
We got the buffer.
yeah, and you're just waiting and just hopefully they can get it all out and the guy's looking at it, he's like, I don't know if this will come out. And you're like, oh, it's got to come out, you know?
It's crazy that there used to be scratches. Also, welcome back to the show, Nathan. You weren't here last week. It's good to have you.
I forgot about that buffer.
It was awesome because you'd play it and it would skip like a it just skip like whatever skips,
Skip,
you know,
yeah.
something that skips a lot. It skipped like
Like a
that.
girl playing hopscotch.
Like
yeah,
a-
I was
like a
trying to fit
movie.
in a hopscotch and I couldn't figure it out, but thanks for that assist there.
You're welcome.
But yeah, it would skip and you'd go and they'd stick it in the buffer machine and you just stare and you're like, please, Lord.
I'm begging you.
Me and my one buddy had 18 different remedies to try and clean off discs. I mean, from toothpaste to
Yeah.
like baking soda.
Like
and-
put it in Coke.
yeah,
Pledge.
anything.
I'd spray it down with some Pledge. wipe it down.
Windex.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah. I'd reverse scrape it. So like you scrape it this way. If you did it back, it was supposed to like erase it.
is
What?
you're supposed to fill the scratch back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
You take the remnants from your knife because that's how you scratch in the first place. And then you put it back in.
Are you deliberately sitting down and just, I don't like this movie.
Yeah. And then I like it later. And I'm like, God, I wish I went to scratch that.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Well,
Then
we
you,
need-
then you take it to Video Magic and he takes it out. He's like, this thing's fucked.
Yeah. And he's like, I think I could fix it. He pulls out a knife.
Yeah.
That's where I learned the scratch technique. I like Video Magic because you'd walk in there and they'd have the rows and rows of movies,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
just like a library for movies. They've had that ladder.
You don't really think that there are that many movies, you know?
Yeah. And
But
then
there's
it's
like thousands of them in
There's
there.
a ton.
And they have them all.
I used to buy posters from Video Magic.
Really?
Like, you know, they got them rolled up in those tubes and then at the
Mhm.
end.
I was big, like premiere posters and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
And I say posters, and I don't mean posters. I mean poster. I got a Simpsons poster once.
Really?
So
Yeah,
it's just the one you bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't even buy it. I got it as a gift. So this story is a complete lie.
You didn't have to. I would have believed the whole thing.
They sell posters there. They did. That should have been a better lead in.
I always felt like I was like in little Hollywood when I'd walk in there and like
Oh, yeah.
just see all the famous people on the wall, and they always have like a movie playing behind the counter.
I was just gonna say they always had the TVs playing. I was like,
Yeah.
I would watch the full movie. My dad used to work at Video Magic, so he's
Oh,
seen
yeah,
about
that's
every
right.
movie ever.
I can almost smell it now that we're talking about it.
Video Magic.
I can. That place, something about it. It smelled a little musky.
Yeah. Which one did you guys? I always went to the one that was at Oak Park while it was still there before the flood.
I went to the one over there on Broadway
Oh,
by
yeah.
Papa John's.
Yep.
That's now an archery place.
Yeah.
That's now not going to be an archery place soon because it's closing.
Because Video Magic is coming back.
Can
Fingers
you
crossed.
imagine? That'd be awesome. I always like the bin that you go and shuffle through the discount movies.
Mhm.
I do that at Walmart every time I pass by it.
Just the bucket, the big tub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just go to see like maybe there's just an old movie I love in here. And
Do you-
like the
snag it.
Punisher.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Punisher?
No, but I've been digging through those buckets for years trying to find it.
Believe it or not, you could just play it on your TV right now.
I need a rewind guy.
I'm right here.
I think that's something that'll become valuable now that like digital's going out and it's all like on the TV, like on the cloud, whatever you want to call it. Do
Like
you think-
discs.
yeah,
Online?
like yeah. But
Now
right.
that everything's sitting up there on the cloud.
Yeah, it's all in a server somewhere. It's not physically here anymore. Do you think maybe 100 years from now, post-apocalyptic, you trade CDs for currency?
We barter.
Yeah, barter with CDs, and you're like, oh, I haven't seen The Incredibles since I was a
Yeah.
kid.
I'll give you
And-
94 Lion King.
Yeah.
You're like,
Hmm.
here's this loaf of bread.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think probably not, but we could go and say they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine though?
Did your guys' families all watch movies like all together as a kid?
Yeah.
like movie nights,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what was your guys' routine?
Popcorn.
popcorn.
Make yourself comfortable. Like you go get your
Be
favorite
cozy.
blankets, your favorite pillows.
But this is still on like the Video Magic thing. Like my dad would always be like, "Hey, it's that Friday," and we'd
Yeah.
all go to Dairy Queen, grab a Blizzard, or I think it was after we'd go to Video Magic, grab a movie, grab a Blizzard, go home, eat it, and watch the movie.
oh,
That sounds awesome.
man, I wish I was a
Pretty
kid
sick.
again.
Yeah.
I don't think we had. It was either usually Dairy Queen or Video Magic, never both. You know,
Like you give $6. What
Tough
would you like to
choice.
spend it on?
right?
Let's watch half the movie and I'll get a small Blizzard.
Just take it back. After.
Yeah.
You can get the Blizzard and you can stand in Video Magic and watch the movie that they have planned.
You could, yeah, just go stand there and we're not going to let you watch the whole movie, but
Right.
for that little bit. Yeah. Did you ever do Redbox?
Yeah, a couple times.
I don't think I did.
That's at the grocery store, and I used to do that all the time. You'd click through the movies, and those were fun. That was before streaming was a thing.
Yeah.
It's like, what new movies are out? It's like, oh my gosh, Iron Man 3, let's ride.
Gotta get it.
Yeah.
And then every time you have a movie night, there's always that one person, I'm not going to fall asleep. And they'll fall asleep about 20 minutes into
Conked.
the movie.
You remember movie nights with like friends when you'd have sleepovers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was always scared of sleepovers as a kid.
Why?
I don't know. I'd panic. I'd call my mom in the middle of the night, come pick me up. And then I got over it. Stayed at my cousin's one night when I was like 5 and I was over it.
I remember. No, I think you did that to me one time.
Yeah, I probably
at my house. Maybe once or twice, but I remember now that you say that.
Yeah, I didn't like sleepovers for the longest time.
Would you fall asleep and then just wake up and you were just in a panic?
No, I would never go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just didn't like it. One time I had a sleepover with my cousin Jeremy, and he fell asleep super early, and someone kept tickling his face with a feather, and he kept like slapping himself, and he was like, "These damn flies! Can't get over these flies!" And it was really just his brother tickling him in the face. I'll never forget that because we played Fusion Frenzy that night too. Remember
That's
that game?
Sick game.
Yeah. And then me and Austin Reno, I didn't fall asleep because I wouldn't go to sleep at sleepovers, and we sat and listened to music in the back like den till 8 o'clock in the morning. And I left. Didn't want to sleep. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, movie nights. Yeah, it's a fun time. Movie genres. Do you guys have a favorite genre?
It's tough.
Top 3, I'll give you. I mean, we got horror, comedy, drama, action, western, thriller, adventure, romantic comedy, mysteries, musicals. There's obviously more.
Can I make one like thriller mystery?
Yeah, you can mush them.
But yeah, like that genre. Comedy is way up there, obviously, and then probably a nice action movie.
Yeah, you gotta go with a nice action movie. Action comedy. I'm cool with having a sad movie here and there.
I'm a big sucker for rom-coms. I'll say it.
Damn,
love them.
Yeah.
Like love them.
I knew one of you was gonna say it,
dude. Rom-coms can't be beat, man.
They can.
Hitch, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I think there's a certain line of cheesiness that you can be, and then for me, this is subjective.
Yeah,
I believe my subjective opinions are objective, though. So
this is subjectively objective towards me.
There's a certain level of cheesiness that once you cross, I just turn it off because it's like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, you should try being a hopeless romantic, Broden.
I can't.
It's a fun life.
I'm hopeless. I'm just not romantic.
It's not all bad.
Dude, movies are great. Romantic comedy movies.
Favorite one?
Was that
favorite one? I really like Hitch. Friends with Benefits I like as well. Justin Timberlake, Mila Kunis. I always used to like it because you saw Mila Kunis's butt.
Nice.
And now I've started to enjoy the story too, which is fun. I like a mix of like a romantic comedy and action. So like a Deadpool.
Yeah.
That's fun, you know.
What's the one with Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone?
I know which one you're talking about.
That one I liked. I did like.
There's so many I always forget about them. She's Out of Your League is fun.
She's the Man.
She's the Man. Yep. She's Out of Your League is with that one Jay Bucharel or Bucharel.
I know who you're talking about. He was in Goon.
Yes.
Yep.
He's in Goon. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he's a dork.
She's Out of My League.
She's Out of My League. Yeah.
Can you look up the one with Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling? What the name of that one is?
Isn't it like Love Sucks?
No, it ain't that.
Yeah, there's so many good rom-coms, but so you guys would go comedy, thriller / mystery, and then
Crazy
action.
Stupid Love.
There you go.
Crazy Stupid Love. Yeah, I'd probably go comedy in there for sure. And then I don't know about action compared to thriller. What I would go, thriller's fun. Like I'd probably go thriller because like movies like Seven. That's in my. We're gonna talk about our favorite movies down the road, but that's in there. Compared to like action, it's whatever. And then, do I go rom-com?
Do it.
Let's do Western.
I love Western movie, an old Western movie with like John Wayne or Clint Eastwood, like Dirty Harry.
Not a Western guy.
I love that. I did used to watch every Saturday morning. Mom would have Westerns on
I like movies that aren't Western but have Western actors. You know, it's like I'm like he's in a Western movie, but yeah. What's the old guy that's in Gran Torino?
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, he did some
Dirty Harry.
Westerns. Yeah, but
Gran Torino's fantastic.
Clint Eastwood in non-Western movies, awesome.
What's the one where he's the trafficker or whatever, where he's smuggling drugs?
Oh yeah,
it's called like Trafficker or something like that. That's really.
It's in his trunk.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what else is a good movie? Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh man,
really really good movie.
Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah. And I watched that, and it always flew under the radar. We're going to talk about some under the radar movies that you guys, so just giving you some time to like prep about some underrated movies that you can throw that people should watch. And I think it's not on my list, but I could definitely add it to it now that we're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas Buyers Club.
That's Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey,
isn't
yep.
it? Yeah,
I heard he lost a ton of weight for that movie.
He did.
Just for the role.
I don't know if it was for this exact role, but I think I read his book, and he was like in
Good
Australia. Thanks. Sneak it in. I'm gonna brag, but he went
That was
to
before or
Australia.
after Dante's Inferno.
Might have been before.
Yeah.
I was just starting to learn how to read again,
Yeah.
and I was like, all right, I can
Yeah.
get behind this.
This is kind of
pretty
fun.
Cool, yeah.
These
Yeah.
letters make noises.
I know these
Yeah.
words.
These letters make noises.
And but he went, whatever he was doing, he lived in Australia for like a year, and he just like ran a shitload, like miles and miles a day, and then would come home and have a head of lettuce with some ketchup.
I already actually got AIDS for the role.
I wonder who gave it to him.
It was from a lab.
Yeah. They
What if it was
found
Magic
that
Johnson?
mosquito. I was just gonna
Johnson.
say they found the last mosquito on Magic Johnson, and
Yeah. That's false, guys. He didn't actually get it.
It was Magic Johnson's Johnson. And now we know.
it was
Yeah.
Magic's Johnson.
Yeah. Magic Johnson gave it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. Those method actors are crazy people.
Is that what you call them?
Method actors. So people that like Peaky Blinders, Cillian Murphy.
Yep.
He's so much of a method actor that's why I won't spoil the show. But one of the characters leaves the show because he said Cillian Murphy was such a method actor that like he would never break his role, and it drove him insane.
No shit.
Like he was always Thomas Shelby,
yeah.
even when they weren't filming. And it's like, Jared Leto's that way.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger was.
Yep. That's probably why.
He's
That's why
probably-
they say he's dead,
Yeah, because he drove himself insane and
Yeah.
depressed
because he was the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
into his
But-
role.
If you're really gonna go for it, man, you got to go for it. I don't think I would personally.
There's that story of Leo DiCaprio and Django. Jamie Foxx said Leo wouldn't
yeah.
say the N-word.
Yeah.
And like he was all friends with, and then the one day that he finally started saying it for his lines, he just treated everybody like shit because he didn't want to think of it. He was saying it to his friends because that's why he couldn't do it.
Yeah. And then he just went wild with it.
Yeah.
It's like, Leo, we don't need you to say it 6 times.
We haven't.
Leo,
it's so fun.
Leo, we're at Wendy's right now. Stop saying it.
He's at craft services during lunch, and he's like, we're not even going to get into it here, but
No.
he just kept saying it at lunch. Okay.
You just went up to the counter. A little bit too much salt on these fries. And I think you can imagine what he said.
Yeah. And then you fill in the blanks. It's like a Mad Lib.
Yeah.
Remember those little books you'd fill out?
Yeah.
Give me an adjective. Dirty.
See, here's the thing. I could never do those books because I don't know. Like
Which they are.
You lost me at like adjectives and pronouns and like
And nouns
all that
and a
stuff.
verb.
Yeah, all that. Like there was one. We learned all of that in one day in class, and it all went way over my head, and I never asked. And I was
Yeah.
like, I could still communicate with people, so whatever.
Oh man.
Lost me.
Yeah.
So adjectives are describing something.
Yep. So if it's like that shirt is blue, blue would be the adjective, the blue shirt.
Okay.
A verb is like an action.
Yeah, running. Yeah.
Yep. Sitting.
A noun is a person, place, thing, or idea.
So Broden's a noun.
Pronoun would be
Replaces a noun.
Pronoun would be he, she, you know.
They, them.
obviously I don't know.
Giger.
Proper nouns would be a person's name. A
I never
city's name.
liked English class either.
I hated it.
It just wasn't for me. Yeah.
Writing.
Writing, yeah. Like people are like, I'm gonna go into what is it called? Literary arts.
Literal arts.
Is that what it is? Literary arts,
I think
literal
so.
arts.
I could write with the best of them.
Don't even get me started on reading.
Yeah.
We know he doesn't know what they are either,
Dude,
Liam.
we've
so
tried to get
birds
you
of a
started.
feather,
I'm not alone.
like a moth to a flame. Yeah. Okay. Let's get back into some movies. So let's talk about how movies were produced. You guys know the 3 stages. I obviously do because it's my everyday life. but
Writing.
Idea.
Nope.
Writing isn't one of them.
There's 3: pre-production, production, and post-production.
Oh.
So pre-production is the planning, production is the filming, and then post-production is all the editing and the sharing. We'll go into a little bit more of an in-depth breakdown here. So step 1 is the concept, idea, concept and idea generation. So if you guys had to do a movie, what concept or idea would you want to do it on?
Like,
You're
what would
like,
the
hey,
movie be based about?
Yeah. Genre, what would be the story? Would be, just the whole concept. I want to reach for something.
An action horror movie, I think.
Action horror.
Like Ghostbusters type thing, but like
okay.
not funny. Like meant to scare you, make kids cry, that kind of stuff.
That's very fitting. It's on brand for you.
I think I'm gonna go with like a comedy horror.
Okay.
I like horror movies. Like they don't scare me because I'm just sitting there watching a movie. I know I'm just watching it. I don't ever feel intimidated by it.
You don't immerse yourself into the movie.
Yeah,
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Maybe you should get surround sound.
That's why I love horror
I
movies.
will one day.
And then you'll be terrified of horror.
And then I might
you'll
be
go back
terrified.
through the Rolodex of horror movies that you've been missing out over the
Yeah.
years.
But since I already look for like funny stuff in the movie, maybe I could just make some funny shit happen in there.
Do you have a film example that you could compare it to? Or is this a new genre you're creating?
Might be a new genre.
I think the remake of It was a comedy horror. There's a lot of
Like I'm thinking like Haunted House. Remember that one?
with the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
that could all the scary movies.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, except those were
So is that
Those
too
weren't
much comedy
scary.
for you? Or not enough horror for
those,
you?
those were pretty funny. That's all, but it wasn't quite enough horror. I guess.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm
want it to
saying.
be scarier.
It would be
Okay. I haven't seen second It.
the remake of the original one. It's scary, but it's more jump scares, and then there's a lot of comedic relief.
Okay. I'm a fan of comedic relief. I would probably do some sort of I don't like the word thriller. I like the ones that there's a big payoff at the end.
Tower
Like
Heist.
it's all like you don't know what's happening. Ocean's 11 would be a great example, right?
all those movies.
All this whole casino heist,
Yeah.
and at the very end you figure out how everything fits together. So I do that mixed with a comedy. Is
Have
that
you
a
seen,
thriller? I don't know.
You seen 600 Ground on Netflix?
Yes, great movie.
Really good.
Ryan Reynolds, one of my favorite actors. So I've almost seen
Yeah.
about every one of his movies.
Yeah.
600 Grand, very good though.
What's
Netflix
the one?
is just
Red
spitting
Notice.
some out. Red Notice, yeah,
That
that's
was
with The
good.
Rock.
Yep.
We watched that, I think,
Here.
before we
you,
went on a trip. Yeah. Netflix is spitting out some Netflix originals, man.
They're
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
They're nuts. I can't believe it every time. It's like they can't keep doing this. They can't keep getting away.
They can't keep getting away with this.
Original, yeah, and it just bangs. It's like that was a great movie.
The Glass Onion movies. I loved those.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah,
Good
he's
actor.
so good.
So budgeting, that's the next phase of the movie process. The average film budget for a Hollywood motion picture rests at, you want to guess? It's hard to guess because some are in the 500 millions. Well, actually,
But
no.
we're talking the average.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 30 million.
I'm glad you went first. I'm gonna say 35 million.
What were you going to say?
I was gonna say 5 million.
65 million
60.
Damn.
is the average Hollywood motion picture,
That's crazy.
which is
That's more than I make in
a
a
chunk.
year.
That's, yeah.
And then you just, yeah.
Yeah. It's more than I make too.
If you make almost that and you live in my basement, you're on fucking
trying to
easy
save a
street,
buck.
man.
You're an asshole.
Fuck you, dude. Oh my god.
If I made 65 million a year and I wasn't like helping you guys out with stuff,
Please help
I'd
me
kill
out
you
with
to take your
everything.
money.
Help.
yeah, I'd just be like, Liam, just here's your.
Don't make it an occasional, like some stuff here and there, like, oh damn, my lawnmower shit bed. I want to have
The
you-
ripcord broke.
Yeah. How about I want to call you and say my lawnmower broke, and then you'll say, how about you just move into this house and this
Yeah.
guy mows your lawn for you?
Yeah. How about I just paid for your lawnmower guy for the next 20 years?
So, yeah, that sounds pretty
I
good.
could probably help you guys out with that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Liam, I just bought Broden a house so we can move out of yours. And you're like, how about you buy me a house?
Yeah. Have a lawnmower. I'll have a guy.
And a guy that uses it.
Buy me a house and pay for somebody to cut his lawn.
I pay Liam to cut your lawn.
You stock his fridge for him with sodas. That's about it.
Liam, I got you a case of beer once a month. That'd almost be a piss in the face. Piss in the face. That's bad. What'd be worse, spit in the face or piss in the face?
Oh man.
Who's it from?
If it's from Magic Johnson.
I'm good on both.
It's a good question.
Or is it from Magic? Never mind. Magic's Johnson.
Is it Magic Johnson spitting? I got some
Technically,
questions
yes.
then.
The documentary Tarnation had a budget of $218 and grossed $1.2 million.
Damn. That's like the Paranormal Activity movies. Didn't they have like a $20,000 film budget?
Yeah, I know Napoleon Dynamite had a super low one too. Old nap dine. $218. So I'd imagine documentary wise, you're just following someone around. They already own the camera. I don't know what the expenses are, but it's probably someone like me,
Right.
creating a documentary.
You offered to buy his lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
What movie was that?
Tarnation. It's a documentary. I've never seen it. Have you?
No, I have no idea.
Lowest grossing film in history is a 2006 thriller called Zizek's Road. How much money do you think it made?
30,000.
I'm gonna say 8,742.
$30.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Not even the producer.
$30. So there's a little bit of there's a reason it went like this. So they do it in multiple different releases, and they engage in a process called fourth walling. So really, literally, they rented out a movie theater, like just one theater, and played the movie. And they wanted to release it before they released a full version, which I think they call the theatrical version. They released it in theaters beforehand to get, I don't know what it was for, but they had to like get a certain number of ratings and everything before they could release the theatrical version. So when they rented it out, only 6 people showed up. 2 of them were producers, and then 1 was a makeup artist. So 3 people from the film, and tickets were $5. And then after that, the theatrical version never got released. And there was Katherine Heigl.
Oh, yeah.
She was in it. So, I mean, it's not like it's some rinky-dinky film. Like, there was a big-name actress in there, but just never made their theatrical version. $30, though. I wonder what the budget was for it.
$31.
Zizek's Road budget. Look at that, Nathan. I'll spell it for you, too. ZYZZYX Road. Which is
That's probably why everybody was trying to buy tickets and they didn't know how to spell the damn name online.
Yeah. Going to Zizek's Road.
You're standing there at the ticket counter. You go, I'm gonna go to Iron Man.
I'm not going to that
I'm
one.
good. Yeah.
Is that the one like that made the least amount of money?
Yes.
So the first thing I find that pops up when it pops up on Wikipedia is it was directed by John Penny. It was written by John Penny. It was also produced by John Penny. So this John Penny guy seems like a total piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the budget was
$1.2 million
Jeez.
for a $30 return. Dude's been hustling his entire life.
Yeah, that'll happen though. Not to me, but it'll happen to people. John Penny specifically, biggest budget movie ever. Any guesses? At
What's that?
447 million.
Avatar.
I'm gonna go one of the Avengers movies.
Wrong. Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought Avatar too when I was doing the research. I was like, it's got to be Avatar, right?
Yeah.
And Avatar's not even in the top 5.
Serious.
So 1 is Star Wars: The Force Awakens, 447 million. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker at 2. Pirates of the Caribbean, I don't know how to pronounce it. On Stranger Tides at 3. Avengers: Age of Ultron 4, and Avengers: Endgame 5. And then Avatar was in the 6, 7, 8 range, I think.
Yeah.
For like 330 million, I think it was.
good grief!
So 447 million for Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
That is insane.
Yeah.
At the time of that was Star Wars, and what was the second one? Pirates of the Caribbean. That was all Disney, right?
1 and 2 were Star Wars: Force Awakens, and then Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. So The Rise of Skywalker was newer within the last 10 years.
That one was Disney.
Yeah. So, and then obviously the 2 Avengers ones were huge. Endgame was,
Of course.
big. Idea development. After that, screenwriting and scripting. Hiring, recruiting cast and crew. You guys, if you were on a movie set, what role would you want to be?
Probably the lead actor.
Yeah.
They I think they make a lot of money.
You think you could be an actor? You'd be a good actor?
Depends what kind of role I would have to be. I think I would be whatever.
In your perfect scenario, whatever you think you'd be the best at, do you think you'd be good?
I'd probably be like a supporting, probably comedy relief type deal.
Yeah. So you think you're funny?
I think I look funny.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be an actor. I'd like to try acting. I think I'd be decent at it.
Yeah. I'm doing good. I just got paid last Friday for
Yeah.
it. So
From me.
from you.
You did do
role.
good.
Thank you.
You actually added a lot to the shoot. Liam, have you heard this story? So really the premise of the commercial we were shooting is this guy walks in, he's high-fiving and like cheering with people in his office. He's being celebrated because he won an award. and I wanted something fun to do. And Liam said, "How about we have him walk through a tunnel?" So then,
hand tunnel.
so the guy went for a high five, and Liam just like shook his head and went up a hand tunnel. Him and another gentleman.
Nice.
Pretty good. It's a good addition. It looked good on camera. So
Huge.
yeah, he was actor, and we'll give you like producer.
Producer
Credits.
/ writer.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Take
So
whatever you'll give me.
throw it on your IMDb.
What's that?
IMDb
International Movie Database.
No, no way. No, I will.
in the I is lowercase for some reason, isn't it? Or no?
Yeah.
You can go on Wikipedia and find it. Not Wikipedia, but Google.
I'll do it. That's
If you're
my
in
big
any
break.
movie. Yep, there you go. What would you want to be?
Probably that. Like
Actor.
a support role, actor type of deal. Where like maybe not the lead,
Yeah.
but I'm still in the mix.
Okay, so if I take actor out of it, what job would you guys want on set now? If you're on the behind the scenes side,
Stunt double.
that's still an actor.
I'm
I'm talking
really
like
acting.
I'm
Still
talking
in the
like
movie, though.
Mike, camera
Oh.
op, director, producer, scriptwriter, editor,
I'd say camera op or editor.
cam op. Okay.
That's a good one. I didn't even think about that. Nice one. I'm gonna have to.
You didn't think about camera operator?
No, I was thinking
a
more
movie.
like yeah.
It's the one thing we really need on the set.
What do they call the people that make the sounds in the studio? And then
Foley artist.
there you go.
Yeah.
I like
With
that.
like if they're walking and you're crumpling up like a
Leaves.
Velveeta cheese wrapper.
yeah,
Crunching leaves.
yeah, Foley artist.
Those would be fun. I see TikToks of those all the time. That'd be cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to get on that side of TikTok because that's really interesting. Is like the things that they use to make other sounds.
Yeah.
Just to completely,
It's crazy,
completely
dude.
random objects. Yeah.
Like there was one where a guy was just using a stack of papers to do a lot. Like he would
yeah.
scrape it against his leg and then just.
Yeah.
I like it. Also, when I see him, I'll start sending them to you so we can push it to your algorithm. Yeah, I probably want to be a director. I like directing. It's
You'd be
fun to
good at it.
boss people around.
He is.
You saw me in full fledged.
He's really good.
He was pumping my tires
Is he
too much at the
mean?
bar.
Huh?
Was he mean to people?
No.
I think you have to have.
Everyone loved working for him.
Yeah.
I think they enjoyed it.
I think
I like to add some comedic relief in there.
Your bias. I don't want to hear from. How was he
He
for
was
real?
phenomenal.
Okay.
I mean, he was running around just in his element.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was made
Good
for
times.
this.
Have you ever had to get real mad at somebody?
Not mad, because if I ever am upset, I internally just like keep it inside. But there are times when someone can't figure something out and it starts to bother me, and then I just do it myself. But if it's an actor that can't figure out their line or can't, like, I'm like, come on, dude, we're falling behind schedule.
You've never had to get stern with anybody?
Not that I don't think so.
Hmm.
Because usually nothing, no, nothing I can remember, which is good. I don't want to have to do that. Scouting locations and production design is after that. Storyboards and shot lists, production schedules, shooting, obviously, editing, sound design, color correction, visual effects, sound mixing, color grading, distribution, and then promotion. You want to talk about the top 5, since promotion, distribution at the end, the top 5 grossing films of all time. You guys want to take a stab at what you think they are?
Avatar, Avengers, Infinity War, one of those Star Wars movies for sure.
Did you just reading the other list just because they cost the most to make?
Well, I know Avengers and Avatar both made like set records for billions of dollars. So
I'm gonna go with Avatar, Pirates of the Caribbean, the Star Wars movies. That's it.
You both hit a couple of them. So Avatar's number 1, the first Avatar at 2.923 billion. Number 2 is Avengers Endgame, 2.799 billion. Avatar Way of Water is 3.
Really?
Came out last year. Yep. At 2.314 billion. 4 is Titanic,
nice.
2.261 billion. And then Star Wars The Force Awakens, 2.071 billion.
That is nuts.
Yeah. Avatar's up there. I saw a behind the scenes video on how they created Avatar Way of Water. And now I understand why it takes 10 years to film that, or took 10 years. They filmed everything underwater.
Serious?
Everything. Everything's filmed underwater. And they created a giant tank. And because originally they had people strapped to wires and were having them like fake swim through a green screen room. And then it didn't look real. Like it looked a little bit real, but it's like, so you're not getting the full water effect.
Yeah.
And then they created a giant tank in this warehouse. I can't remember how many gallons it was. It was a shit ton of gallons of water. And then they had people underwater with those little balls on them to track them. And then the whole entire tank was lined with cameras. So there was like 80 cameras on the outside of the tank.
Every angle.
Yeah. And then they were having issues that they were getting a reflection. So the little balls on the people, the top of because they have to light the water, obviously. They were trying to shoot light through the top of the water. And then they realized that the reflections were making the balls go all over. So everything was getting distorted. So then they filled the whole top of the water with little black balls, like ping pong balls. So then there's no reflections. Well, then they needed to get the water under the water. So then they had cameras on top of the water and below the water. So if have you guys seen the new one?
Yeah.
No.
So if someone swims under and then they go to the surface, you see the transition from water in and out. It's real. So it's crazy. I'll send you the TikTok. It's like 6 minutes long, but I was watching and I was like, oh my God.
That sounds interesting.
Because James Cameron wanted to do everything legit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot of talk there about technicalities of film, but yeah, super interesting. So do you guys have any favorite movie series?
Gotta be those ones movies that we've all seen. The Avengers.
Oh yeah, the Avengers is pretty good.
I was like, is he hinting at something we can't say on the show here?
I lost that for a second.
The
Avengers. I mean, phenomenal.
That's on my list too, for sure.
The first three, Spider-Man.
You really must like that.
Yeah, Spidey's.
Have you guys seen Spidey-Man?
But yeah, with Tobey Maguire, I really like those.
I've never been a huge Spider-Man fan.
Really?
Yeah. Are you?
I'm a fan. Those are like one of the first, I think, like superhero movies I saw when I was growing up, because it was huge. It's like when it was like when Spider-Man was coming out, we were in like middle school or what? Younger.
Yeah.
So
Around
Probably
that time.
younger. 2002, I think, was the first one that came out. So we were little children.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't like it. Maybe the tight suit.
Just not for you.
No, it wasn't tight enough.
Yes.
I don't know. I just liked others.
I like the Pixar movies.
Like Toy Story.
Yeah, Toy Story is really good. The Incredibles.
Incredibles,
really liked those. Cars is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I think a new Cars just came out.
Finding Nemo's, yeah.
Finding Dory.
Awesome.
See, that's less of a series, I think,
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like series I have on my 3, James Bond. I'm a big James Bond guy. When I was younger, I used to play James Bond on the
GoldenEye.
freaking, whatever it was, N64.
Yep.
Or Dreamcast too. Was that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Love that. I remember one of them, you'd have to like run to the back of a train and then use this laser like pen thing to cut a hole in the bottom of the train and then hop out of the train.
Hell yeah.
That I remember. I remember one time I bought a James Bond game and finished it in 3 hours. The whole
Just
thing.
ran through
Speed
it.
run it. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Filmed it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, James Bond was my shit. Did you have something? Or no?
I was gonna say, like, you said you had movie tattoos.
Yep.
What are they from?
I just have one movie tattoo. It's I'll show the people here. 2351. That's like the aspect ratio they shoot movies in.
Oh, okay.
So
I was a little sad when you kind of dissed on the Spider-Man.
you're a big Spider-Man
I
guy.
got a Spider-Man tattoo.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah. I also have a Avengers one.
That's all right. If you dissed on my favorite poker hand tattoo, I wouldn't be upset.
Was it Two Kings?
No, it's King 10 of Spades.
Oh, of course, because that one sucks.
What do they call it?
King 10 of Spades?
Yeah.
They don't have a name for that one.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just my favorite one. I always play it. I always lose with it too, which is cool. It's fun. I don't even know why it's my favorite.
Captain goes down
Like
with the
how-
ship.
Yeah, just like how it looks.
Why not? Yeah.
If you're going to sink, you're going to sink.
Yeah.
You guys have a favorite poker hand?
Aces and eights.
The dead man's hand.
I'd say just
Two
a good
aces.
hand of really good cards.
You're like, I like 2 aces, the best hand in poker.
The one that wins it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Bond, Deadpool. I know
Deadpool's
there's
good.
only 2 of those, but
I like the Oceans movies.
Ocean's movies are awesome. But
Yeah.
I really liked Ocean's 11. After that, I think it goes downhill a little bit.
Maybe, but
I mean, I think
I still like them.
nothing's ever better than the original, I think. Unless you're getting to like Fast and Furious where there's 9 of them. Then you can pick and choose a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys Fast and Furious fans?
Not anymore.
Up until like number 7, I
Yeah.
was.
Once it started just getting stupid.
I liked them.
Yeah, now they're driving cars on Mars and shit like that. And
I remember going to a Fast and Furious, had to be like 7 maybe. And it was at a time when I couldn't go to the movie because I was under 17. I think you got to be a certain age, 17, to go to those movies, right?
rated R.
And it was rated R, I think.
Yeah.
And me and Derek Barch bought a ticket for a different movie and then snuck into Fast and Furious like 5 minutes late. And the whole entire movie theater was packed except 2 seats, bottom row, very end. So the whole movie we were watching it like this.
That's horrible.
It was literally the worst experience of my life.
Worst seats ever.
Yeah, horrible. And then like my neck was so mangled, just like
Oh man.
yeah.
That's
Like
tough.
I don't even know why movie theaters make seats that close.
No, it's not worth it.
Not at all. It's like if I got to look literally straight up to see the top of the screen. No,
But they have to. You can't have a theater with just half the seats in it. Or else you'd be running that screen time for 2 hours and you could have had more seats. They're not getting enough profit from it.
It's true. They just got to get meat and seat.
I think
That's what they're looking for.
I read somewhere or watched something where it's like theaters don't make any money off the tickets that you sell. It's all like the snacks and drinks that you buy. That's where they make like 90% of their
Well,
money.
yeah, a $14 Coke. I think anyone can make money on that.
I would hope so.
But like they basically break even with ticket sales.
Yeah. That'll be $48. I'm like, 1 box of candy.
Well,
$48.
They're like, and we need your left shoe. We'll give it back when you leave.
give me your car keys.
Yeah. Can I have I need your house, but you still need to pay the mortgage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Movie theaters are a ripoff. I do love them though. AMC Stubs
going.
list. You guys ever had that?
What is
So
that?
basically you pay $21.48 a month or something like that. And you get 3 free movies a week. So 12 a month. Obviously it's hard to use all 12, but dude, that'll cover the cost. If you go to 2 movies, that'll cover the cost of tickets for sure.
Yeah.
I used to have it when Kyler lived in town. We go to every single new movie that came out. And then we just at the beginning of the year get that big popcorn bucket. You pay like whatever it is, $30 or something.
Yeah.
You get a bucket and it's $2 to refill every time you go.
Right.
Yeah. I want to get
Smart.
back to that. I need someone to hop
is
on that
smart. I
train with
would.
me.
I miss going to the movie theater all the time.
Oh, it's awesome.
Every time I go, it's a
It's
good
such a
time.
fun
because
time.
it's so few and far between that there's ever like a movie where it's like, let's get in the theater for that.
Right.
Movies are so much better in theaters, I think.
100%.
Yeah.
Much
And
more
now-
immersive.
Now they have
Those chairs?
McGilla something. They got a bar there.
Oh,
You can get alcoholic beverages.
Really?
Yeah.
you could do that before too.
Just sneak it in.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
got to shove it in your pant leg and crip
Crip
walk past the guy on the front.
Sniper's Nightmare. So some other series you guys might forget about: Indiana Jones, Fast and Furious we talked about, Back to the Future, Ocean's 11 we mentioned, Mission Impossible, Twilight, Harry Potter. I've never seen the Harry Potters.
Me either.
Really?
Yeah, you're a big fan of them, aren't you?
I haven't seen all of them.
Oh,
I've seen most.
so
I
not that
think.
big of a fan. Yeah,
Not that big of a fan. But I mean, I'm a fan enough. I watch when I go. That was good.
people rave about them though.
Yeah, there's a big fandom of people they really like it.
I think you got to be a certain person to enjoy the Harry Potters.
Yeah.
It's kind of like people that are obsessed with like Disneyland and stuff like that, and they go and it's like really weird.
Yeah,
And they freak out when they see a grown man in a costume.
Yeah,
And they're losing their mind like, it's Mickey Mouse. And it's like, yeah, but is it Mickey Mouse? Because the real one's not even real.
we're really pigeonholing Harry Potter fans right now.
Hey, they're
this
getting,
is a little bit different.
Yeah,
I was going to say, they're getting it nice compared to Mongolians got it a couple episodes ago.
Nice.
Yeah, they should be thanking
taking it
us.
easy on them.
And this week's attack target, this is Harry Potter fans. Harry Potter, Paranormal Activities.
Solid.
You're a fan of those, yeah?
Anything scary, really.
Yeah. Remember going to Lights Out in theaters?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was terrified. Went to
The
Pizza
Annabelle
Ranch.
movies. Oh, the Conjuring series. That's up there for me. That
Yeah.
whole, because it's all Annabelle, Conjuring. It's all in the same.
I was never a big scary movie fan until probably 18, 19, 20. And I blame Creighton Rudolph because the only movies he ever wants to watch are scary movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally I was like, I'm just going to have to get into this, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do that
enjoy
a
it.
lot when we were younger and like you'd sleep over at your buddy's house. Craig and
Yeah.
I would watch scary movies all the time.
It's like, I don't think I'm allowed to watch this. And then you just have to. Just cry to yourself to sleep.
Were they
Just me?
scary? Were they really scary?
Well, when you're 12 years old.
believe
Yeah, we
everything.
watched.
Yeah.
Me and Easton watched It, the original It. in
Oh,
my
I
basement,
remember that.
and we were in like 7th grade at like 3 a.m. and it was like a bad couple of weeks of sleep for us.
Yeah.
The movie is
Any noise you heard, you
Yeah.
automatically thought,
Yeah.
it's like, oh my God. The Matrix, Lord of the Rings, Godfather, Star Wars, Iron Man. I love the first Iron Man movie, dude.
yeah.
I remember watching it and wanting to be RDJ, like minus the Tropic Thunder, but
No.
Plus the Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
double down on the Tropic Thunder.
More Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
And I remember when the second one came out, I was pumped, dude.
Of Iron Man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, just his life
Yeah.
living overlooking all the water.
Yep.
That's legit.
And just-
Jarvis, I'm gonna name my dog Jarvis one day.
You gonna get a dog?
Yeah, one day.
What are you gonna get?
Something that looks like a Jarvis.
something that's already trained and doesn't shed. Hopefully,
I think a corgi would look like a Jarvis.
with glasses. I'll put like onion goggles on it, strapped to
Yeah.
its head. I want a big dog. I think.
Yeah.
Not a
you do.
corgi then.
Yeah,
You do. Little ones bark too much.
yeah. Now that my parents have a big dog, Golden Doodle. I like Golden Doodles.
Oh, they're hypoallergenic too. I think that's why everybody gets them.
What does that mean?
They're
don't
like
shed.
they don't shed, so
Oh.
like people don't.
That's a lie. Ours does. Sheds like a motherfucker. He's part snake, I think.
Part snake.
Literally, hair everywhere.
Yeah.
Um,
I get what you're saying.
I think a lizard looks like a Jarvis. Like if you got like an iguana or something like that, you could call that Jarvis.
I just don't want a dog. I do not want hair on my furniture. I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to lint roll my shit every time I wear it.
That cuts down on a lot of species of dog.
Yeah.
You could get like I think Doberman. Doberman's a big dog. I think that is very.
It's too big of a dog, some might say.
I think the bigger the better,
We know.
because then you have. Come on.
No, I've met your dogs. I've lived with your
Oh.
dogs. Yeah, they're fucking huge.
Yeah. All right, let's get into favorite movies of all time.
1 second. I said species of dogs earlier. I meant breeds.
Yeah. I noticed that too, and I'm like,
I got to catch that now.
it's all right. You caught
All right.
yourself now, so we can't hear it in the comments.
Yep.
Favorite movies of all time, guys. And I pretty much base this on a movie that if it's on TV and it comes on, you don't change the channel. And I won't hold you to this because I know it's hard to decide. I got my list,
For me,
some of it.
for a movie to really like fall into my favorite category, it's got to inhibit like an emotional reaction a little bit. To where like if I look at it and I'm like, holy shit, like something sad happens or something terrible, I'm like, this is a great movie.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, Gladiator is always a comfort movie.
That's
for
such
me.
a good
I
movie.
love Gladiator. Russell Crowe, phenomenal.
The Punisher.
The Punisher, it's okay.
Have you seen it?
A couple times, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's okay, but I wouldn't put it in my favorite category. It's really good.
Okay.
Warrior, that's a really good one for me.
Is that the one with
It's a boxing movie or UFC.
It's the UFC with
Jake Gyllenhaal?
no,
Warrior.
that's with
Or is it Tom Hardy?
It's Tom Hardy.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
and Tom Hardy.
he does good in that
He's
one.
an ass beater in that movie. Yeah. What about you?
Interstellar. That's like my clear cut number one favorite of all time. But then have you guys ever seen Peanut Butter Falcon?
No, with Shia LaBeouf.
Yes.
That just came out here a couple years ago, right? 4 or 5 years ago, probably.
2019 maybe.
Yeah.
Was kind of iffy about but I love Shia LaBeouf. He's one of my favorite actors. That
Is it
movie.
from Transformers?
Yeah, he's from Transformers.
Yeah,
Even Stevens.
is that what got you going on it though?
No, I don't know.
You probably liked him more than Megan Fox in that movie.
I think I did because I think he's a better actor.
Yeah.
But what was the other one I was gonna say?
Even Steven.
No,
Peanut Butter Falcon, Interstellar. Interstellar's
phenomenal.
trippy.
Yeah,
My buddy actually from Canada just texted me the other day saying, have you guys seen Interstellar? I said yes. And he said it pisses me off that at the end it says love conquers all. He said it's a really good movie, but that ruins it.
yeah.
That it circles back to love.
Well, love is a universal force.
Yeah.
What? Gran Torino. I really do like
Yeah.
Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood. That was the one I was gonna say.
Did you just say that because I said it earlier in the show? Or
No.
was that actually on there?
That's actually on there. I love that movie.
What's the other one? Isn't there 2 of them, Gran Torino and then something similar? Mud? Is that a thing? No, that's Matthew McConaughey.
I'm not sure
Hmm.
if there's like a sequel of it. Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I was thinking. But
Oh,
I'd say 7 is on mine. Morgan Freeman,
Mm-hmm.
Brad Pitt. Is that who's in it? Brad Pitt? Or is it? I get Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, and Leonardo DiCaprio mixed up in all of the movies. I know they're different, but like I'm like, oh, which one was it? I want to say it's Brad Pitt though. Maybe it's. Can you fact check that for me, Nathan? Brad Pitt. Okay, cool. Dark Knight.
phenomenal.
Awesome.
Rip Heath.
Yep.
I'd probably say that. What else have I got on here? Ocean's 11 we've talked about. Rounders. Love Rounders, dude. Greatest poker movie ever.
I like Rain Man.
Rain Man, that's
Yeah.
good too.
Rain Man's really good.
Raymond Babbitt. 21. So I have Rounders poster and 21. And then The Hangover. It's always one that I never turn off.
Got to go back.
It's just
to
such a classic. I think I like Vegas and gambling movies.
Yeah.
It's just a point of life I'm in right now, but I don't know. It just brings me joy.
I
Me
know
too.
it. And there's so many I'm spacing out on.
Yeah.
I mean, we could sit here for a whole episode and just name favorite movies and talk about them, but
And that's what we're going to do. So buckle in, guys, for the second half of the show. But
Coming
even
next
people
week.
say like Forrest Gump. And I'm like, yeah, it's not one of my favorites. It's a really good movie. Or
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber.
right. I love Dumb
You
and
know?
Dumber, both
Me
of
too.
them.
But it's
Yeah.
like, would I put it in my top 10 favorites of all time?
Probably not.
It's close, I'd say. Shawshank Redemption.
Great movie.
Law Abiding Citizen.
It's a good pivot into my next area, rapid fire recommendations. So some stuff that we're just going to throw out some movies that we think is under there. And literally Law Abiding Citizen is number 1.
Really?
That'd be top 20 for me, I think.
Is
I think
that
that
one
movie's
really good?
awesome.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, it's Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, Jamie
And
Foxx
then-
and Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler, yeah, that's his name. Before we go into that, I remember going to the movies and watching 10,000 BC with my dad when I was younger. I think it was maybe the first movie I've ever seen in theater, and I told him, I was like, that's the greatest movie ever. Like, no movie's ever better than that. He really had to talk me off the ledge that the movie was average. He's like, it wasn't that good.
I remember all the
Except
hype
for
for
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah.
And then, just didn't live up to it.
And it's like, I might watch it tonight. I can't even remember what it's about
Yeah.
or how things even played out in that movie. But yeah, I remember loving it. And he's like, it's all right. And I was like, that's the best movie you've ever seen too, right? And at the time I was young. I didn't realize he'd seen a lot of movies, worked at Video Magic. And yeah, he just had to talk me off the ledge. But yeah, let's go into some recommendations. Law Abiding Citizens, one from me. You guys have any? Casino. I like the movie Casino.
Oh, man. Moneyball.
Moneyball. Ooh, yeah. How do you not
That's
War Dogs would be on my favorite
oh
movie ever, I
man.
think.
See, that's what I mean. It's just
Yeah.
you forget about so much, but
Fury. I think Fury. Was a
with
great-
Brad Pitt
Yeah,
and
I think that was a
Logan
great
Lerman,
movie, yeah.
and then John the new Punisher guy is in that one. I can't think of it. John Bernthal.
Keeps getting
always coming right
swoosh
back.
back to the Punisher.
It's Universal, man. Like, quit fucking around. Go watch it.
It conquers all. The Game. Have you seen The Game? It's an older movie. It's like 70s or 80s. Basically, a guy gets a note and they say, "Would you like to play the game?" And then it's like this thing. The game keeps fucking with his life for a certain amount of time, and he has to get through it. It's really
That would
good.
be
Deadpool's on there. We talked about that a little bit. For me, Fight Club. I think that's borderline making my top 10, but I don't think it does.
Mhm.
If I could rewatch Fight Club again for the first time, man, that was insane. Have you guys seen it?
I've never
Yep.
seen it.
Oh my gosh.
it's
Go watch
phenomenal.
it.
It is really good.
You'll get to the end and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother texts me all the time and tells me to watch it
Oh,
all the time.
dude. That's the one movie if I could go back and watch, and Interstellar, if I could watch Fight Club and just see the end again.
Yeah.
I was so just baffled,
Yeah.
astonished.
Perplexed. Befuddled.
Keep going.
Bewildered.
Yeah. I haven't seen Interstellar either.
Damn.
So I got to get.
Yeah, you got to get on
There's
it.
a couple of them.
You got to get on it. The Usual Suspects. Who's Kaiser Sose? It's a good one too.
The Book of Eli with Denzel Washington.
That is an incredible movie. I was going to say that one earlier with like, what was it? You were saying something about like when we were like trading something for bread, trading CDs for
Yeah.
bread, or like
It's
like,
post-apocalyptic.
post-apocalyptic stuff like that. It was like, have you seen it? Yeah.
No.
You've never seen the Book of Eli? Oh fuck, dude, so good.
Big recommend on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Don't give me the fuck, dude, when you haven't seen Fight Club
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
or Interstellar.
I know. But this has been around a little longer.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
You had more time. And you've had a long time since I told you to watch The Punisher, and you still haven't.
That one, I don't know if I can ever watch now, just because of
We're getting so much hearsay around this movie.
I'm almost watching it through you guys at this point.
I could probably
Just
write
by
it
the
for
more
you.
you say The Punisher, I think it's scenes just start flashing.
Yeah.
Eyes. Oh
Right when
god.
you're
You're
about to
getting
fall asleep at night.
Secondhand
I'm
memories.
like, oh, there's part of The Punisher. Yeah. Any other recommendations you guys want to throw out there?
Holes.
Holes. Hector Zeroni.
Yeah.
That is a good movie.
Yeah.
I won't lie. There's a lot of good ones.
My brain's going in overdrive and can't.
If you haven't
stay
seen
on it.
Gladiator, I've seen it 100 times. Gladiator's great. I watched Troy a lot. Troy's a really good movie.
You like those old war movies, hey?
I think so.
Saving Private Ryan.
Ooh,
Good one.
That one's crazy.
Yeah.
what's the Mel Gibson and Braveheart?
Yeah.
Braveheart's really good.
Escape Plan. Have you seen Escape Plan? I love shows like that, like breaking out of prisons and doing all these heists and crazy, like Baby Driver.
Oh yeah, that's
Baby
I
Driver's good.
recently just saw that for the first time.
Knives Out. I love movies that I can only, the feeling is only good the first time, you know?
Right.
And then after that, you just think about the memories. It's like, I remember when I hadn't seen this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Has there
Almost makes
been
me sad
any
now.
movies that you've watched where it's like it's just as good every time? I know you're gonna say The Gladiator, but
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Um,
That's why I can watch it. I mean,
The
I
Dark
usually
Knight,
just put it on.
Yeah.
when I fall
Ocean's
asleep.
11. I think Ocean's 11 awesome every time. Hangover is funny every time. I mean, kind of the movies on my list. Rounders is awesome every time. 21, 7. It's always crazy. If I could watch that again too.
Yeah.
What's in the box? Frosted Flakes.
damn. What do you got,
Leonardo
Nathan?
DiCaprio pops in.
Yeah.
The movie that can make everyone feel like it's their first time watching it every single time.
I know what you're gonna say.
You do?
I think I do. Say it.
Whisper it to him.
Oh Jesus.
The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, damn.
What did you think it was?
Wait.
I thought you
Jam.
were gonna say Marley and Me just because the ending will make
I've never
you-
seen it.
Oh,
Me either.
Space Jam.
Space.
Space Jam.
White man can't jump.
Everybody get up. It's time to jam now. Is that how it goes?
Something like that.
We should do a singing show.
I know another great one. I don't know if it's a Netflix original, but I Care a Lot. You guys ever seen that one?
Nope.
Great movie.
Recommend.
I would.
Okay.
Rapid recommendation from Nathan. Thank you very much. All right, we'll wrap this up with some crazy movie facts. The cat from The Godfather was actually a stray found outside the studio. You know the scene when he's in petting it? Have you seen The Godfather?
Yeah.
He's petting his cat like at his desk. It's a stray cat they just found on set, and he was
Serious?
just holding it. Yeah, so it wasn't even supposed to be in the script. The code in The Matrix comes from sushi recipes.
Really?
Fitting. You could trick anyone with code.
Yeah.
The only
You-
people that are going to call you out are coders.
They're few and far between.
That's how
Yep.
they
A
found
rare
out.
breed.
Sean Connery wore. You want to take a stab at that name, Nathan? Sean Connery wore a toupee in every James Bond movie. What a fraud. There's a Starbucks cup in every Fight Club scene. So when you watch it, you can look for that. I didn't know that.
Every scene.
Apparently. That's what this, according to this.
Huh.
Yeah. Some of the velociraptor noises in Jurassic Park. You know what they are?
Cats.
No. Tortoises mating.
No way.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fucking little noise they do.
Yep. Yep. Just like that. Keep going.
You want me to keep going? You like that?
Michael Myers' mask in Halloween is William Shatner's face. It's his mold of his face.
Really?
Yeah, didn't know that either. This is a good one. O.J. Simpson was considered for the lead in The Terminator.
Nice.
How meta is that?
Yeah, he was method acting that one.
Yeah, I wonder if that's pre or post. The glove didn't fit.
You would think pre.
You would think
you would
post.
imagine. Really?
I think it'd be fun.
Well, if it's post, it's probably because he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
So they know.
Yeah. And then the most famous line in Jaws was ad-libbed. You know what it is?
I think I heard this somewhere, but I can't put my tongue on
Yeah,
it.
me either.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was not in the script.
I got one for you.
What
Just
is it?
real quick. Do you know how they made the lightsaber sounds for all the older Star Wars movies?
No.
They took a corded microphone and they swung it around like that. That's how
Really?
they made this. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, that's how they made a lot of the lightsaber sounds.
That's actually sweet. I have one story. Cam Neely, do you know who that is? He's an NHLer, and he plays Seabass in Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah.
And there's a scene where he has to kick the stall door open, and then Jim Carrey's sitting in there, and he couldn't get it right. Like he was too tense, and he had so many different takes, and he kept kicking the door open and messing up. And he eventually kicked the door open on like, I don't know what take it was, but it was in there. He kicked the door open, and Jim Carrey was mooning him. Yeah, so he just bent over, ass out. You just saw Jim Carrey's ass, and then he said they got to take like 1 or 2 takes after that. So he said he was too tense, and Jim Carrey just mooned him so he'd loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's my favorite Jim Carrey story.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Some NHL guy just looking like he's not obviously never acted in a movie.
Yeah.
He just moons him. It's awesome.
There's another one. There's when Leonardo DiCaprio breaks that glass in Django.
He actually cuts his
open.
hand. That was on the list. Yeah.
That was.
Yep. I don't remember the scene, but
it was when Django finds his wife at the thing, and they're all having dinner, and he's getting pissed, and he grabs the dish and just
snaps it. Ugh. Can you imagine? I love Django, but the end scene where like the guns so fakey, you can tell it's is it James Bay that is it, or Michael Bay
that does Django?
Yeah,
it's Quentin Tarantino.
Pal. Oh yeah, it is a Tarantino film. It feels like the Michael Bay of like cheesiness.
Yeah.
Though.
Or like Matthew McConaughey, his all right.
Yeah.
That was ad lib too.
Oh, was it?
He is something that he just did to warm up for his lines, I guess.
Yeah. I love a good ad lib.
There was just going way back. We shouldn't have left out any of the Austin Powers movies.
Oh yeah,
oh, damn,
so funny.
Do I make you Randy?
So funny, dude. Those are funny every time you watch them.
Yeah, they are.
Tom Cruise in Austin Pussy at the very beginning. I was watching. We were watching the Austin Powers movie, and Shayna goes, "I didn't know Tom Cruise was in this movie." And I said, "Just wait."
Just wait.
Yeah,
that had to have been.
I mean, he is for the first 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I do like the Austin Powers movies. Gold member.
So good.
It's Charlotte Gold.
That's right. You wanted me to be Foxy Cleopatra for Halloween.
Broden's gonna be
year.
Foxy Cleopatra for Halloween next year, and I'm gonna be gold member on his roller skates.
I gotta figure out how to RDJ that without getting in trouble.
Call him. Hey, what'd you use?
Just a roller.
He's like melted milk chocolate Hershey's. Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, that's episode 40. 40 episodes, dude. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
thank you guys for watching again. This will be your last week to comment on last week's episode, or you can comment on this week's episode for merch. So comment on YouTube on the show, and we'll enter your name into a free piece of merch. Like our stuff. I don't know. Rate and review the show. Like the things. And we will see you guys next week.